from the BNN Broadcast Studios and Classic 12 Studios of Vista Murrieta High School. Streaming on NFHS, YouTube, and Twitch, you are watching Bronco Sports.
Touchdown! Welcome to Bronco Stadium for round 2 of the CIF playoffs. The Vista Murrieta Broncos taking on the Titans from San Clemente. My name is Daniel Cullen. I'm filling in for Jason Wages tonight. With me, co-host, former Bronco great, Brody Gwynn.
How are we doing, guys? It's a great night for football, a little rainy, but hoping for a good
The forecast says we should have a little bit of a dry hour or two, but the rain has definitely been coming in and will probably sprinkle throughout the game. So we'll take a little bit of impact on the game. Brody, what do you think about the rain, the passing game, the field? What could we expect with these conditions?
Yeah, absolutely. It looks like coming into this game, San Clemente likes to pass the ball a little bit more than Vista Murrieta. So that could be a little bit of an advantage for Vista Murrieta with the weather conditions and passing being affected more heavily than the run game. However, we'll see. I don't know.
Yeah, I think definitely with the passing game. Well, speaking of, obviously for the Broncos, the injury to Oregon commit quarterback Bryson Beaver in the Murrieta Valley game just before the playoffs, having a big impact on the team. Freshman quarterback Levi Dean stepping in, had some big moments against MV, and was obviously able to squeak out a win against a good Damien team. And so round 2 getting ready here, the Broncos are going to be receiving and get our first chance to look at the Broncos offense. Kick is up and away.
Cash Bryan on the return. Good return there.
Good start for the Broncos, able to get it downfield, and I think in these conditions, any yards you can pick up are going to be an advantage. So, again, first chance at the offense now to come out, and we'll see what they set up with.
Yeah, like you said, that return is super important. Gives Vista Murrieta a good field position down on the 42-yard line.
Hand off, and he is taken down straight away. It's like a loss of about 6 yards on the play. There's a flag on the play. It's tipped. It's caught.
See what this flag is. False start on the offense. Penalty declined. It'll be third down and about 11. This will be interesting to see if they pass or run the ball here. They got a bunch set down here, the field side.
Ball's in the air, and it is slapped down immediately. Number 3 from the Titans, Patrick Norman. Probably have potential to be intercepted there, but that'll see the Broncos offense stepping off the field.
Yep, and Riley Hauser stepping out to punt the ball away.
He waves for the fair catch and sitting around the 25-yard mark. So quick 4 and out for the Broncos, a pretty good return. Quick sack pushed them back, and were never really able to get the ball any further downfield. Both passes, actually, the reception they had got a little bit of a tip as well. So pass game starting off a little shaky for the Broncos. Triton's now out for the first down.
Pass play here. Oh, is that intercepted there?
They're calling for it. The Broncos definitely
That's
think
an
it is. That's an
interception
interception
for number 3, Abel Brown for the Broncos. It'll be Bronco ball on the 32-yard line.
And the Broncos defense has been coming up big the last few games. Obviously had a fantastic game against Murder Valley. Despite an overall kind of struggling performance against Norco, had the one score of the game. Made some big plays last week to edge out Damien. Start there with a big interception to get some field goal, help the Broncos get it downfield.
Yeah. We'll see what the Broncos can do on offense here after that previous 3 and out, after the interception. Good field position. It's going to be a sweep to Zachary Allman.
There's a flag on the play again.
Holding indicated against the offense, against the Broncos there. That'll be a 10-yard penalty. These penalties will kill you.
All right, we're now looking at 2nd and 20. Handoff cuts back, tripped up. Good for about 8 yards on the play.
It's Aiden Williams. Aiden Williams had a beast game last week, rushing for 233 yards.
Wrap him up almost immediately at the line of scrimmage. Loss of 1 on the play.
I'll bring up 3rd down and 12 or 13.
And off straight down the middle again. He's able to break the first tackle, but brought down again on the secondary by the Tritons defense, and take him to about 4th and 12.
See if Riley Hauser can pin the Tritons down.
It is up. They let it bounce.
About the 12-yard line.
So big interception by the defense. Broncos force back on the offensive penalty, and are just unable to get it downfield. So defense now, San Clemente pushed back and have to go the length of the field, and ran that slant play early, hit the guy in both hands, but again, maybe the rain, the moisture just kind of slips right off. The Broncos are able to pick it up, and see the Tritons come back out for their second run at offense. Looking to pass, but tries to make the scramble and is brought down straight away behind the line of scrimmage.
Several Broncos in there to make that tackle. Looks like San Clemente is bringing in a little bit of a different package here.
Yeah, they're definitely taking the time, looking at the sideline, rotating guys through.
Looks like they're going to have an empty backfield, 5 receivers. Yep. It's a little jet sweep.
He is wrapped up. He's able to slip the first grab, but slowed down enough. Essentially brought back the line of scrimmage. Looks like they're going to give him about a yard. So see 3rd and 9, and the Broncos defense able to cover well and making some big plays, and another huge stop here for the Broncos defense. And looking at the sideline, San Clemente definitely taking their time. Dumped over the top, number 4, and
Stop
he is
short.
Wrapped up in the defense, and he is well short. And so that's going to be 4th and say about
3
or 4, yeah.
Zachary Allman will be back on the field to return the punt for the Broncos.
Kick is up. It is short. Bounces the 50 and then rolls out around the 45.
So now the Broncos offense will come back on the field for the 3rd time at about the 45-yard line. See if they can get something going here. So far, San Clemente's defense has looked pretty solid.
Yeah, the Tritons have covered the run well. For the Broncos, the game of the airs, it's been a little bit sketchy. Some of the passes off, and again, maybe that's the rain, slippery ball. We'll see what the Broncos looking at here. Double receivers. And a flag on the play.
Another false start penalty indicated against the Broncos. That'll take them back 5 yards. So now it'll be 1st and 15 from the 40-yard line. Broncos look like they have 2 extra bigs in there. A little jumbo set. Hand off to Aiden Williams and tackled after about a gain of 1.
I was able to get to the outside, but just hunted down, and the Broncos with a couple of personal fouls, a couple of false starts in the offense, maybe some nerves in the second round of the playoffs here. Broncos also known for having some slower first quarters, but generally have performed better in the second quarter and the fourth quarter. San Clemente usually getting off to a hot start, so something to consider as the game progresses. Another handoff, and it is wrapped up again, and the Tritons really not letting a lot get downfield with the run game. And Broncos now taking some time, looking to the sideline. And both teams this weather are trying to make sure of their possessions.
Levi rolling out. Ball's batted down again.
San Clemente defense again covering well. Nearly every pass has had a Triton hand get on it in some way, somehow. So there have been some dangers. The ball's got in the air, but the Tritons are doing such a good job of protecting the middle with that run. Broncos not left with a lot of options. So offense will exit the field. See them come back for the punt.
That was Carson Sloan for San Clemente on that pass breakup. Triton's offense coming back on the field. 27-yard line.
So we are at 5:33 in the first quarter. So far, neither offensive team really able to get going. Defense is controlling the game. Both teams slowing it down, not wanting to rush, which is not necessarily traditional of the Broncos offense, but again, given the conditions, given a little bit of youth at the quarterback position, coaches want a little bit more control. And it seems like the Tritons are trying to adjust, and a little bit of a chess match between the coaches. Another flag on the play is wrapped up straight away by the Broncos defense.
It's going to be a holding penalty against the Tritons.
So their offense will be pushed back as well. So both offenses have seen multiple penalties. Maybe got back to the line of scrimmage, but now a pushed back with that holding penalty. 2nd and 20. Quarterback scrambles, but he is brought down.
Tackle made there by Jaden Scott, number 4 for the Broncos. Looked like he was on a QB spy there. Did his job well. That'll bring up 2nd and 19 after a gain of 1.
Hand off. He's able to push through a little bit past line of scrimmage, but Broncos defense waiting there, and he is wrapped up and brought to the floor almost immediately. So looking at about 3rd and 14 on the play here.
You would assume that they'd probably pass the ball, but we'll see. It's going to be offsides on the defense there.
Yeah.
So that'll give them a few yards back.
For the
5-yard penalty.
First mistake for the Broncos defense, but still good position now, looking at about 3rd and 9. Tritons huddle again. They hand it off.
Delayed handoff there.
And that is going to be good for the first down. He's able to stretch the Broncos defense just enough. And
good run there by Colin Granite for the Tritons. I think that's the first offensive first down of the game.
that is. So Tritons now ups with a little momentum. We'll see here. Defense is set. 3:08 on the clock. Looking in the air again. And it goes out to the sideline. Good coverage by the Broncos defense. So we're now sitting at 3 minutes. And we are on second down for the Tritons offense. Another handoff down the middle. So able to push through that first line a little bit. I'll see where they place it. Looks like it's going to be about 3rd and 6. Again, neither of these offenses really in a hurry. San Clemente looking to the sideline again, seeming to take as much time off the clock as they can.
In a game with conditions like this, it's going to be a pretty common strategy. Try and run the ball, run the clock.
It's in the air here.
Pass is incomplete. Intended for number 2, Shane Kiley.
So the defense do their job, are able to hold up the Tritons, still at 4th and 6, and so Tritons will be forced to punt. 2:13 left in the first quarter. We'll see if the Broncos are able to get their first down of the game. Snaps back, kick is up.
Fair catch there by Zachary Alleman. Brings the Vista Murrieta offense back onto the field. 1st and 10 from 27. 2 minutes left in the quarter.
Broncos send a man in motion.
Gets thrown out there to Zachary Alleman. Breaks the tackle.
Break the first couple of tackles.
And that's
good enough for the first down. So the Broncos will get their first down of the half. They're able to advance the football. 1:58 left on the clock.
dual back set there. Aiden Williams lead blocks. Zachary Alleman as the ball carrier. Gain of about 3, 4.
Clock is still ticking down. Broncos look to the sideline. Currently 1:34 left on the clock. A pass out to the side.
Another pass out to the flats. Zachary Alleman.
That is going to be good for another first down. So Broncos now with a little bit of momentum, starting to push the ball downfield.
It's the same play as 2 plays ago, just to the other side of the field there.
They're able to stretch the San Clemente defense out a little bit as they're committed to the middle drive.
Ball's out to the flats.
Cash Bryant is able to push the ball forward.
And get out of bounds, which will stop the clock there for the Broncos.
So 49 seconds left on the clock. It is second and looks like about 7.
Although the time doesn't exactly matter, so it'll just be the end of the quarter.
The Hannah's able to push forward and able to drive the Tritons back a few yards, and that is going to take us to about 3rd and 4. 35 seconds left. Clock ticking down on the quarter. Broncos looking to the sideline again. No rush on the play.
I have a feeling they might take a shot here. Why not?
Oh, that is
Bobbled
fumble.
snap. Oh.
Picked up and just has to throw it away.
There was an open receiver down the sideline there, but.
So, yeah, once you got to pick up that fumble and defense is closing in, it's hard to look downfield and just try to get it out of there, and incomplete. So that is 4th down for the Broncos. 9 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Broncos back to punt. Ball is up. And that is well out of bounds.
Ball goes out of bounds. They're going to give it to them at the 25.
25, 3 seconds remaining in the first quarter.
Yeah, once the ref winds the clock here, they might just run out the quarter.
Handoff, run down the middle. And it is brought back close to the line of scrimmage. Maybe good for a couple of yards in the play, but that is going to wrap up the first quarter of the second round of the CIF playoff game. Vista Murrieta versus San Clemente, 0-0. And like we talked about, the weather was probably going to play into the conditions of the game. Both teams definitely slowing it down. Both defense able to make some big plays, but some mistakes from the offense and penalties. See the game tie it up. So, what did you think about how the Broncos can look to adjust? What are some things you saw that worked well? What should they be looking for here in the second quarter?
From an offensive perspective, cutting out the penalties. Penalties will kill drives, and in a game like this, every yard matters because of the conditions, and there's going to be a lot of running. So definitely cleaning things up there a little bit. And so far, I mean, the defense has looked pretty good. Both defenses actually have looked very good so far. So continue playing solid defense and then clean it up on offense. I think that'll be the plan there for.
It looks like at the end of the first quarter, we have Lusinger and Chaparral, who is the next matchup for these teams, and a close one at 6-7 at the end of the first quarter there.
There's a good strong run from San Clemente there.
That is
for about 25 yards.
Man, that is a tough run. I mean, he had 3 or 4 Broncos on him and dragged him for an extra 10 yards. So that is a massive play by the Tritons to start the first quarter.
Yeah, that's Carson Sloan there, it looks like.
It's now the first down, almost sitting right on the 50-yard line. Another handoff down the middle, able to cut through and is tripped up. We'll see where they put it, but that is at the very least close to another first down. Looks like they're just right, so it's going to be 2nd and 1, if not 2nd and inches. Coach Candell not happy. I just talked about the defense having a great first quarter. Not able to bring down the Tritons on that first drive and then completely open up and allow another 9-yard run. So Coach Candell getting in there and talking to them, making sure that they are aware of their assignments and reorganized, trying to slow down some of this Triton momentum. You know the ball is going to be run. To give up close to 30 yards in the first 2 possessions is not how you want to start the second quarter if you were the Broncos. Broncos defense back out. San Clemente now sometimes organize this next possession. Up, pass, and arrow to.
Quick pass there on a stop route. Shank Kiley.
And wide open, good for about 10 yards. Good enough for the first down. So Triton's moving the ball downfield. 3 possessions on the 32-yard line. Handoff, run down the middle. So to bounce off a couple of linemen, keep moving forward. Ultimately brought down by the Broncos defense. See where they place it. Looks like we have about 2nd and 4, so good for 6 yards on the run. That offensive line doing a good job of just pushing the defense back and able to create somewhat of a gap for the Tritons running game. Some big possessions here now as San Clemente begins to creep in. The handoff's able to cut back.
Looks like he falls forward there for a first down. Yep. Now the Tritons will be in the red zone here. 1st and 10.
So that we're in the first quarter, the Broncos defense done a good job of being able to wrap them up essentially at the line of scrimmage. Triton's offensive line able to push back, create some space, and they kind of cutting in beside him and able to just dive forward enough to push 5 or 6 yards on each of those carries. Now with 9:30, Triton's getting set up. Is going up in the air and just on the fingertips.
Had an open man there, Jesse Torres. Just missed. It's got to be a little tough rolling out and throwing across your body like that.
Tough angle. Had the man there, just not able to get it quite on the spot. 9:15 left on the clock.
There was a penalty anyway. The play would not have counted.
Looks like it was a penalty on the Tritons as they're being now pushed back.
It's a 15-yarder there, so some version of a personal foul.
I mean, we talked about for the Broncos trying to get rid of some of those mistakes, but same thing for the Tritons here. Cut the Broncos defense a break, making good forward possession. Now pushed back. 1st and 25. Looking to go in the air again. Presci's going long. He's a man, and Broncos are able to get a hand on it.
Knocked out of the air there. That's number 33. Amari Delp on the coverage.
Second and 25. Send a man in motion, drops back, looks long again, and that is right off the hands of number 17, Thomas Alexander for the Tritons.
Could be a little bit of conditions coming into play there.
Yeah, I think we've seen a lot where guys getting a good hand. In that case, 2 hands on the ball and just kind of slips out. Hard to bring it in. So now 3rd and 25. Tritons looking to the sideline. 9:03 on the clock in the second quarter. Drops back. That delayed handoff again. Not able to get the same coverage they did. Able to bring the ball forward, but still well short.
So the Tritons now will bring out their punt crew, it looks like. Punted away with about 8:40 left in the half.
Fumbles that a little bit.
Short
Kick
punt
goes
there.
straight up in the air. As favorable bounce for the Broncos, picked up on the 20-yard line. So initially a great drive from the Tritons. Looked like they had the momentum. Were able to make it to the red zone, threatening to score it. Offensive personal foul pushed them back, and after 3 incomplete passing plays, defense able to hold out, and Broncos offense will take the field again here. 8:17 left in the second quarter.
That's why it's so important to play a clean game. Like I said, those penalties will just kill drives.
Man in motion,
hand the
hand
ball
off, and the Tritons again are able to wrap it up effectively at the line of scrimmage. Looks like they've given him a yard, so we are at 2nd and 9. And another man in motion. Handoff and wrapped up, this time brought down behind the line of scrimmage. So we are looking at 3rd, back to about 3rd and 10 on the play.
It's been a lot of lateral running for the Broncos, sweeps and outside zone. Curious to see if they go to the air at all or run a little inside zone. Bunch set down here to the field.
Pressure on the quarterback, scrambles out to the sideline, looking downfield, puts it in the air, and
Cash
Bryant is open and able to make the catch for the Broncos. Big play, Levi Dean, Cash Bryant.
Penalty on the play. Could be coming back. Looks like it is. Likely a holding on the offense. Actually looks like it was an illegal man downfield. And that'll bring up 4th down, so the Broncos will come back on to punt.
So, yeah, we keep talking about those mistakes. Broncos, we thought finally some progression downfield, but now again, having a punt, ball's in the air, it is high.
Fair catch.
And it is caught around the 44-yard line. So Triton's in decent field position. Broncos defense back out and see if they're able to hold. The Tritons had a good march downfield again before their personal fouls pushed them back. Broncos defense out and ready. Triton's offense taking their time. There's 6:36 left in the second quarter. Score is still 0-0. The handoff, he is able to cut through. Good run. That is again going to be just short. Looks like they've got it about. Yeah, that's a 8-yard run on the play.
Coming in here, the Tritons looking a little more pass heavy. It seems that they've done a good job adjusting and running the ball thus far.
Thrown to the outside, number 15. He is tackled and brought out of bounds. That appears to be enough for the first down. The Tritons will push forward.
Carson Sloan on the run again there.
Looks like it's good for about 4 yards, so Triton's still inching forward. Clock ticking away as they look to the sideline, taking their time. 5:20, second quarter. Drops back, looks downfield, puts it in the air.
That is caught out of bounds, so that'll be an incomplete pass. I could not see if he held on to that, but.
Look like he did come down with it, but it's not quite able to get the feet in. It's like a foot or two out of place. But still well within range of Triton score now. 3rd and 4 on the play. Triton still looking at their sideline, taking their time. 5:05 left. Ball is snapped. Looks downfield again. Bit of pressure scramble. Is able to cut through the Broncos defense again.
That'll be close to a first down there.
They're looking for it, but it looks like it may be just short. So
yeah, so that'll bring up 4th down. Looks like they're bringing in a little extra size. Gonna try and punch in for the first down here.
So big defensive possession for the Broncos here.
They actually go empty backfield. Oh, yeah, there we go. Jumbo.
Flip it back, run to the outside. Looks to cut back, but just looks to slip. Yeah, maybe it's a bit of rain on the turf there, but definitely good enough for the first down. Clock ticking, coming up on 4 minutes here to go in the second quarter. Tritons again look to the sideline, organize their offense. Definitely a lot more momentum for the Tritons offense in this second quarter and have been the aggressors. Last time when there was position, it was a penalty that pushed them back. Looking for a false start on the defense there. Turn to the sideline. 3:30 left. Drops back.
Broken up there.
Broncos defense doing a good job of covering the play there. One Triton in a sea of blue. 3:26 left on the clock. We're at 2nd and 10.
In other news, one of these two teams' mutual opponent, Murrieta Valley, is facing off against Rancho Cucamonga on the other side of this division's bracket, or on the other side of the bracket for this division. And Murrieta Valley is winning 7-0.
So the Big West Upper, one of the strongest leagues in Southern California. So no surprise to see multiple teams making playoff runs there. Tritons look to run the ball. All right, we got some forward progress. Look to get to that 5-yard mark. So we'll have 3 and 5 on the play. And Broncos defense, couple of big possessions here as we get under 3 minutes to go in the first half. And looks like, yep, the Broncos defense, they get him to jump. They've been a couple of times they've been close. We talked about those mistakes.
So that'll bring up a 3rd and short down inside the 10-yard line for the Tritons.
Tritons again taking their time as they look to the sideline. 2:30 remaining. Ball is snapped. Quarterback looks in the end zone, and it is broken up by the Broncos defense again. Hits the gloves, but just not quite able to bring it in. Good coverage, good pressure. Slippery ball. So Broncos are able to hold up here, and we now have a 4th and 1. Massive possession for the Broncos here as we get to the tail end of the second half. 2 minutes, 24 seconds remaining.
Looks like another jumbo set here on 4th and short. Same play as last time.
And he's able to cut back, and that is going to be good enough for the first down.
Update on that, Chaparral. Up 14-6. Just to keep everyone updated for anyone who might be interested.
Yeah, and that Chaparral losing a game is the matchup after this one here, and so Broncos will go on the road next game if they do win, and so a potential Big West Upper matchup if the Broncos are able to get out of the game tonight. Under 2 minutes, and again, another false start on the defense, and so what was a great first quarter for the Broncos defense, now we've seen multiple mistakes that are allowing the Tritons just to continue to move forward.
And these drives just eating up the clock too.
You have 1:40 and the clock continuing to tick down, and San Clemente hand the ball off, run, and that is
touchdown
for a touchdown.
Number 4, Carson Sloan for the Tritons. Runs it in. So that'll be the first score of the game there.
So we are at the 129 mark. Triton's able to put some points on the board, setting up for the field goal attempt now. And the kick
is blocked. Couldn't quite tell who was in there. There was like 3 guys back there. Looks like Abel Brown might have gotten the majority of that.
So the Broncos able to salvage something in that final possession there, and able to block the kick. Will be able to take possession of the ball with 1:29 remaining in the half. And thus far, the offense is struggled. The run game has been covered well, and the passing game has it's been a little shaky. A lot of Tritons getting hands on it. But we'll see if the Broncos are able to do something here in the final 1:29. Tritons preparing for the kickoff.
See if the Broncos can get another good return here.
Ball is up. It is caught around and able to break the first tackle, able to spin off, but runs into a gang of Triton defenders and is brought down close to the 25-yard line. So 1:22 remaining.
71 yards to go. Nope, scratch that, 73. Nope, it was 71. Little 2-minute offense drill here for the Broncos.
All right.
Gets it out to the flats. Gets a few yards, knocked out of bounds. That'll stop the clock there.
1:15 remaining. See where they place him. Looks like it is going to be around 2nd and 5.
Handoff there.
He's able to run, able to dive forward. Get a couple of yards, but the clock will keep ticking. It looks like we were at a 3rd and 3, just under 1 minute. Looking to the sideline. Clock continues to tick down.
The center does not snap the ball, so that'll be a false start against the offense.
That is a false start. Offense will stop the clock, but it's going to push the Broncos back. There was maybe some confusion. They had been trying to go with some of the false counts to get the Tritons to jump offside, and that time it looked like you had half of the Broncos react to it in the other half. Stay in place.
Gonna have to take a shot here.
And looks downfield. Is able to hit Cash Bryant. Ball is brought out of bounds. That is good enough for a first down. 31 seconds on the clock.
Yeah, it's just an option route there for Cash Bryant. Can take the go ball or curl it up, and he curled it up there. That corner over the top of him. Drops back for another pass. That's going to be a flag there for defensive pass interference.
Yeah, he just had his jersey wrapped up. He's trying to get back to it, but unable to turn. We have number 7 for the Tritons, Dallas Martinez.
That pass interference, that's a big one. It's a 15-yard penalty, so now on to the opposite side of the field there.
29 seconds remaining. Looking the sideline for direction. Man in motion again. Swing to the outside. He is wrapped up straight away.
That safety read that well there.
He was immediately on the catch.
The Broncos called timeout to stop that clock.
So 23 seconds remaining. It's second down. Some of those mistakes and penalties, moving the ball around, perhaps even more in the passing game. Tritons again scored the first touchdown of the game, able to run it in. Broncos blocking the extra point attempt, so we are sitting at 6-0. 23 seconds remaining in the half. Broncos offense retakes the field.
And now San Clemente calls a timeout. Maybe didn't like the matchup there. Unsure about the offensive look.
Teams retake the field. 23 seconds remaining. Broncos snap.
Long pass out there.
Cash Bryant was able to bring it in.
You're going to have to spike the ball here.
Clock's still running. We have 8 seconds remaining.
And that'll bring up 4th and 1.
Broncos look to the sideline for some direction.
Only 8 seconds remaining. And they're going to have to go for the end zone from here. Looks like it's going to be a little Hail Mary. That's going to be another timeout called by the Tritons.
And some big possessions here. And in a game that's as low scoring as this, wanting to make sure that defensively you have the right setup for the Broncos. Like I said, probably 1 possession remaining. Maybe time for 2 if they're able to get it quickly out of bounds on any kind of catch. Both teams now retake the field. 8 seconds remaining in the second half. Or the first half, second quarter.
Broncos do switch up the formation a little bit here. They got doubles with a receiver in the slot, extra blocker.
That is going to be shot. That is intercepted by the Tritons.
And he could run that back.
Running. He is able to break the first tackle, break the second tackle. Absolutely.
And that's the last thing you want. Time expiring. There's a 80-yard pick six for the San Clemente Tritons to end the half.
And that was the Tritons defensive line was able to put a bunch of pressure on quarterback Levi Dino. Has to air it out and comes up well short, leading to the Tritons interception. So no time remaining on the clock. The end of the first half. Tritons line up for the extra point attempt. Maybe going for two here. And again, they're able to block the point out. So that is 2 blocked extra points for the Broncos. But again, giving up that pick six, only 8 seconds remaining, puts the Tritons up 12-0 as we end the first half of the second round CF playoff matchup between the Vista Murrieta Broncos and the San Clemente Tritons.
Like films, broadcast, or all things Vista Murrieta? Well, we have you covered right here at VMHS BNN. Follow us to stay updated on all of the latest news, events, videos, and more happening near you today. Like films, broadcast, or all things Vista Murrieta? Well, we have you covered right here at VMHS BNN. Follow us to stay updated on all of the latest news, events, videos, and more happening near you today. Like films, broadcast, or all things Vista Murrieta? Well, we have you covered right here at VMHS BNN. Follow us to stay updated on all of the latest news, events, videos, and more happening near you today.
Being a Bronco is more than just being a student at Vista Murrieta High School.
Being a Bronco means being part of a family.
A family that perseveres.
A family that welcomes.
A family that provides a home for all. A family that celebrates culture and individuality.
A family that gives everyone a seat at the table.
Where one becomes many.
Many become all.
And all become one.
Our family is made of many individuals, stripes, and cultures
that continually pursue dignity, excellence, and our school motto of class.
After all,
it is
the Bronco way.
Our character rings through the memories we make and the people we meet.
Broncos lead where many others choose to follow.
We maintain the Bronco attitude, one that continually motivates us to pursue excellence in all that we do.
We embrace and celebrate scholarship and dedication.
We commit to serving and giving every member of our community a chance for a brighter future.
This is me.
This is you.
This is us.
This is our high school spirit.
We
are
Broncos.
You wish you were a Bronco!
Like sports, activities, and all things spirit? Well, look no further than VMHS BBC.
Ryan Little.
Follow for more information about seasonal sports, spirit days, events, and all things Vista Murrieta.
Film is more than just hitting record. It's emotion, it's story building, and most importantly, it's collaboration. Discover your own story while building teams along the way. Explore your strengths and rise to leadership positions through hands-on activities. TV video allows you to learn from your peers and in turn teach others. This is a class that not only encourages growth, but creates it through challenging dynamics. This is a program built by leaders, for leaders. Start your storytelling today.
High school sports are one of the things that make living in California so great.
Athletics builds character, teamwork, physical fitness,
and shows what hard work can achieve.
And some of us can even earn a college scholarship or qualify for the Olympics.
But sometimes the behavior in the stands can overshadow our achievements on the field.
I love it when my parents show up for me.
But being booed for missing a play can be crushing.
Parents who lose their minds when we don't score aren't helping.
It can actually be super distracting.
We should be able to hold our heads high after the match, win or lose.
And remember that refs are people too.
They're trying their best to call a fair and correct game.
Even if you may not love the call.
Seeing and hearing people, belligerently be mean to you, it makes you not want to play anymore. It makes you just want to go sit on the sidelines and cry. Like, it's not fun.
No one should feel insulted or ashamed
because of their race, ethnicity, or gender.
Hey, and enough with all the swearing.
Anger has no place here.
Thank you for being part of the change, and thank you for being there to lift us up.
Like films, broadcast, or all things Vista Murrieta? Well, we have you covered right here at VMHS BNN. Follow us to stay updated on all of the latest news, events, videos, and more happening near you today.
Being a Bronco is more than just being a student at Vista Murrieta High School.
Being a Bronco means being part of a family.
A family that perseveres.
A family that welcomes.
A family that provides a home for all. A family that celebrates culture and individuality.
A family that gives everyone a seat at the table.
Where one becomes many.
Many become all.
And all become one.
Our family is made of many individuals, stripes, and cultures
that continually pursue dignity, excellence, and our school motto of class.
After all,
it is
the Bronco way.
Our character rings through the memories we make and the people we meet.
Broncos lead where many others choose to follow.
We maintain the Bronco attitude, one that continually motivates us to pursue excellence in all that we do.
We embrace and celebrate scholarship and dedication.
We commit to serving and giving every member of our community a chance for a brighter future.
This is me.
This is you.
This is us.
This is our high school spirit.
We
are
Broncos.
You wish you were a Bronco.
Like sports, activities, and all things spirit? Well, look no further than VMHS BBC.
Ryan Little.
Follow for more information about seasonal sports, spirit days, events, and all things Vista Murrieta.
Film is more than just hitting record. It's emotion, it's story building, and most importantly, it's collaboration. Discover your own story while building teams along the way. Explore your strengths and rise to leadership positions through hands-on activities. TV video allows you to learn from your peers and in turn teach others. This is a class that not only encourages growth, but creates it through challenging dynamics. This is a program built by leaders, for leaders. Start your storytelling today.
Welcome back to the second round playoff game here at Bronco Stadium between the Vista Murrieta Broncos and the San Clemente Tritons. San Clemente up 12-0. What had been a very slow-paced game, ends with a pick 6 for an 80-yard return to put the Tritons up 12. Both of the extra points managed to be able to be blocked by the Broncos, but still the Broncos offense really struggling to move the ball downfield. Brody, what are your thoughts on the first half, and what should we expect to see here as adjustments in the second half?
Yeah, I mean, I keep harping on it, but the penalties for both teams, so far it's been a little bit of a defensive battle. Really 6-0 for the whole half until the very end there. I think it'll continue to be a defensive battle, so it's going to be whose offense can show up and score points. That's going to be the difference maker tonight for sure.
Yeah, the Broncos defense held really well through the first quarter. Second quarter, San Clemente offense was able to get a little bit more momentum, but still a couple of mistakes of their own. Held them to only 6 points. With 8 seconds to go, Broncos throw the ball long on a final possession before it's picked. So the Broncos defense, anytime the ball goes in the air, a lot of guys getting hands on it. Although the rain has thus far kept pretty clear of the game, still slippery conditions. So a lot of the ball slipping off, what maybe usually catches. So potential for some big plays on the defense here. Jeff said it's been a slower game as teams look to try to slow down and take advantage of position, and so trying to minimize those mistakes as we head into the second half here.
Yeah, and it looks like at the end of the pick 6 at the end of the first half, there was an unsportsmanlike conduct, so that's going to be enforced on this kickoff here. So kicking from 15 yards closer could potentially just kick it to the end zone, but we'll see. Could also go for onside.
Coach Candel's known for having a few tricks up his sleeve, and looks like the Broncos are going to need some as they head into this second half here. Kick is up and away. It's out towards the sideline. It is scrambled and picked up just 1 yard short of the end zone.
Yeah, Tritons offense going to take the ball all the way down on their own 1 yard line, 2 yard line.
So great position for the Broncos defense here, and as been talking about, every little piece counts, and so that penalty there again by the Tritons helps the Broncos to force them all the way back, effectively starting or an end zone.
To get the first down from this position in the field is always a little bit tough. If you can get a first down, though, it gives you a little bit of breathing room. We'll see if the Broncos defense can come up with anything here, stop or safety or. And I think they're going to call his forward progress at the line of scrimmage, so it'll be second down. Or about a loss of a yard. Close there. Sounded like he was getting pushed back before the refs blew their whistles, but they're going to go with.
Yeah, some moments from the crowd definitely would have liked to have seen that. For how the San Clemente still pinned all the way up against the end zone.
Passing the ball there. Oh, take a shot. Receiver wide open. And that's number 17 for the Tritons down to the 47-yard line.
So he's able to slip just right behind the Broncos defense, and now San Clemente in the middle of the field, a lot more breathing room. I think for the Broncos, making sure they get a stop here in this possession to help stop some of that forward momentum from the Tritons they had going into halftime.
And that's going to be an offsides on the Broncos there. Another penalty.
So again, we talked about the mistakes. Now San Clemente able to just notch the ball forward. Look to their sideline again. They're taking things slow. And while there's still plenty of time left in the game right now, that is definitely going to be a factor as the clock starts to tick down. If the San Clemente Tritons are able to maintain that lead, the game is moving at a much slower pace, harder to put points on the board. Run that player able to fall forward. It's going to be a little short, about a 2nd and 3 here.
And that's Carson Sloan again on the carry. He's been having a solid game tonight at running back.
And again, that time he's wrapped up right at the line of scrimmage. Broncos defense making a great play there, more reminiscent of their play in the first quarter. Maybe able to push him back a yard. Looks like we're sitting around 3rd down and 4. Some substitutions in for the Broncos. Tritons continue to huddle and look towards the sideline.
Gonna stack up the line here. And that's a fake.
Drops back. Broncos trailing, scrambles to the sideline.
Takes a big hit there from number 5, Brandon Martinez. Penalty thrown. I don't think that was a late hit, but
well, it was, I believe, still in bounds on the hit. So way to pull up a replay for us to see where that hit took place.
They might, if it was late hit, they might take the penalty back.
The fans in front of us are definitely not happy with the call. Perhaps maybe looked worse sliding into the sideline and taking down a few extra guys there.
Taking a little minute here to consult.
Yeah, from our angle, it looked like it was a big hit, but a fair hit, still in bounds. Both teams are waiting a referee's decision.
If this, let's see what the call is here. Intentional grounding. Interesting. I didn't think I saw the ball come out, but oh. Couldn't quite tell what the official call was there, but
yeah, they called for intentional grounding. It appeared initially that
might have been a roughing the passer. If it was intentional grounding, he was trying to get the ball out. That was pretty bang. I don't know about that.
Regardless, Tritons now with a new set of downs and are running the ball, able to get out towards the sideline, pushed out of bounds by the Broncos, but
all the way down to
before a huge run.
15 there. Yeah, that's Carson Sloan on the carry again.
Tritons again. Try to get the defense for a full stop, but look back towards the sideline. Ball is snapped. Quarterback drops back. He's looking long to the end zone.
That could be intercepted there. Looks like it's falls incomplete.
A couple of Broncos with their hands on it, but doesn't look like they're able to come down with it. So we are back at 2nd and 10. 8:13 remaining in the third quarter. Tritons continue to take their time, couple of substitutions. Another handoff and some forward progress. Looks to be a run of about 5 yards. And that will get them to about 3rd and 5, sitting right on the 10-yard line. Another handoff. Wrapped up.
Like films, broadcast, or all things Vista Murrieta?
Looks like they wrapped him up about the line of scrimmage. So we are now sitting at 4th and, or maybe even pushed back
6.
About 4th and 6.
The offense is staying on the field, though, and an empty backfield, 5-receiver set.
So big possession for the Broncos defense here.
Little hard count, try and jump off sides. And that's a timeout for the Broncos.
Yep, so big possession for the Broncos defense again. With how this game is being played, 6:50 remaining in the third quarter. And this game is such a snail crawl. You can see, especially for the Tritons, every time the clock's ticking down, they're happy to just wait, look towards the sideline, let time run off. And so you got to keep it within a distance because you're not going to have as many opportunities as you would perhaps in any other regular game. So massive possession here for the Broncos defense. Sitting around 4th and 6. Snap is going to be close to that 10-yard line.
Yeah, the Tritons already burned down a little over 5 minutes of play clock. So if they score here, becomes a serious challenge for the Broncos.
And the Broncos have been playing slower than usual as well. Again, part of that is due to the conditions. I think if the Tritons do score, they're going to have to start to try to hurry up that offense and to put a little bit more pressure looking downfield. Both teams out of the timeout. Tritons again look to the sideline and wait. The part of that waiting is also what makes the Broncos defense nervous and has made them jump offside a couple of times. And we see another flag.
I think they called a timeout before that delay of game there.
And the Tritons do call a timeout. And big possession here for both teams. 6:50 remaining in the third quarter. Score is 12-0 in favor of the San Clemente Tritons.
It'll be interesting to see if the Tritons come back out in an offensive set here. Or take the opportunity to bring on the field goal unit.
Yeah, and you wonder if it's been the pressures of the Broncos special team that makes them reluctant to try that after the Broncos blocking both of those extra point attempts. San Clemente have done a good job of getting the ball downfield. Again, the Broncos want to make sure there's no additional penalties.
It looks like they are going to take that timeout to bring the field goal unit on. See.
And Broncos have blocked the last two. Ball is snapped. And that is up, and that is good. So San Clemente with 3 more points on the board.
Still a 2-possession game for the Broncos.
Teams huddle now as the Broncos offense gets ready to take the field for the first time here in the second half. And again, important for the Broncos to start to make a push downfield, try to pull back some of that momentum, kind of give them the pace of the game. Cold, rainy night, not as many fans in the stands as usual, and so going to need to make their own energy and start to feel like they're within distance of this, which, like you mentioned, 2-score game definitely are. Try and set up for the kickoff. Goes receive it. So to break through the first line before he's brought down. So to be just in front of the 40-yard line.
The Bronco ball at the 35-yard line. See if they can get something going here. Little 2-back set. Motion man. Handoff.
That's another handoff. And the Tritons again just waiting for him at the line of scrimmage. And that run down the middle has just not been there tonight for the Broncos. They're able to push forward for about 2 yards. So we're looking at a 2 and 8, 6:15 remaining. Ball is snapped, looks downfield, and it is caught.
Great catch there by Cash Bryant on that slant in traffic. Good delivery by Levi Dean as well. Those are the type of plays that the Broncos are going to have to get going to have a shot at coming back here.
Yeah, that is one of the first types of catches we've seen there across the middle. Cash Bryant able to get 2 hands on it, bring it in, run it forward, good for the Broncos first down. Man in motion, handoff, pressure, and that is going to be
takes a loss there.
Back for a loss. So we are going to be looking at about a 2 and 14.
Tight ends in the game, likely going to be a run here. Oh, stand corrected.
Drops back, scrambles to the outside, runs out of bounds.
Gets back to about the original line of scrimmage there, getting about 3.
So we have 4:55 remaining. And that is going to be a 3rd and 10.
We're going to have to take it to the air here on 3rd and 10.
Snap. And he drops back. Looks long to Taiko, but that is
intercepted. Number 17, Thomas Alexander, who had the big catch on offense earlier in the game on the interception.
And that pass just a little bit short. Made it a 50-50 grab. And so the Tritons now take back possession with 4:47 remaining. It took about 5.5 minutes off on their first drive, and so again, this is where the clock and style of play is gonna start to make an impact.
Slant across the middle there, broken up by the safety. Made a play on the interception, couldn't quite get there. I think that was a safety breaking that up, could have been the corner.
Yep, and for the Broncos, defense has definitely come up big in a few games this season. We think about the Murrieta Valley game, 2 key interceptions, and definitely trying to get the ball back as quickly as possible. If the Broncos want to have a chance to win, likely going to need to see one of those big plays from the defenses here.
Double reverse there. Oh.
Back and brought across. Good coverage.
Looks like it's going to be a gain of about 2 or 3 on a little trickery there. Double reverse.
Yeah, looks like we have him about 3 yards. So it'll be 3 and 7. Yeah, another big possession for the Broncos defense here. Clock has just gone under 4:30. Still ticking. The Tritons are going to take as much time as they can every possession. Stop here is likely to give you possession back of the ball with enough time for the offense to do something here in this 3rd quarter. Triton snap. Quarterback drops back, makes a pass that
wide open man there on an out route.
Is caught just on the sideline and good for a 1st down. So Tritons with a brand new set of downs, 4:01 remaining on the clock.
I think just watching this game, the Titans strategy coming in, likely to dominate time of possession, use the clock, and they've been pretty effective at that thus far.
Yes, they have. Broncos now swarm the quarterback. It is poked loose.
And that's scooped up by the Broncos. That's going to be a fumble there, recovered by the Broncos. So Broncos offense will take over.
So we said the defense is going to need to make some big plays in order to give the offense a shot. Now taking the ball over, 3:54 remaining. Definitely an opportunity, and a score before the break is going to help to put a bit more pressure on the Tritons. Make the Broncos feel like they're within range. Like a snap.
Pass out to the flats there, got a little bit of room.
Was able to run the ball, get it out of bounds.
Looks like that's going to be about an 8-yard gain on 1st down, gets out of bounds.
So
keep a little time on the clock there.
Yep, had a lot of success on that little out route. The receivers have.
That was Zachary Alleman on the catch and run.
try to see if they get the Tritons on the fake count. Ball now snap back. And
quick out route there to Cash Bryant. Oh. Looks like he was called out of bounds there. So that'll bring up 3rd down and 2.
The home crowd not in favor of the call. Hard to see exactly where his feet were, but a handoff and cut straight down the middle.
And he takes that.
And as they've been looking for that all game, and finally able to split that gap and run it forward. Brand new 1st down. About 3:30 on the clock as it continues to tick.
Down just around the edge of the red zone here for the Broncos. It's another handoff.
And that time it is wrapped back up and put to the floor straight away. So 3:10 on the game clock, so it continues to tick down. Broncos look towards the sidelines for the play call. We have a 2nd and 9. Drops back, and that is thrown just a little too high.
There's a penalty in the backfield. Could be a personal foul, roughing the passer, high hit on the quarterback. Wasn't really looking in the backfield there. We'll see. It is personal foul, roughing the passer. So that'll be a 15-yard penalty and a 1st down for the Broncos down at the 12-yard line.
That's the Broncos' best field position of the night. Ball is snapped, quarterback drops back, and he airs it out.
And that's going to be caught for a touchdown in the back of the end zone. Cash Bryant. What a great play. Quarterback didn't think anything was there, saw the rush in his face, throws it up. Cash Bryant makes a great play on the ball back of the end zone. And that'll bring it to 15-6. The field goal unit on for the PAT for the Broncos.
Big play there. The Tritons were coming in. Quarterback Levi Dean, great job of getting it out, gets the depth. Ball is now up. And that extra point is good.
And that's Edgar Melgar on the kick there.
So we have the Broncos now home side of the field with signs alive. Brings it to score a 7-15. 2 minutes and 42 seconds remaining. That's what the Broncos needed. A big play on the defense to recover the fumble. Roughing the pass that pushed them a little bit closer. And it's been those mistakes that have really created a lot of the opportunities for both sides. Broncos able to take advantage of it. Levi Dean with another connection to Cash Bryant. The two of them had some great plays last week against Damien. Broncos snuck out a close one, and so been used to playing under pressure. The kickoff here. Ball is up in the air. It's caught by the Tritons and returned. Tries to hop the defender, but is brought down almost instantly. 2:37 remaining on the clock in the 3rd quarter for 17-15 in favor of the Tritons.
We'll see if the Broncos defense can make another play, get a stop. Empty backfield off the bat here. 5 receivers set for the Tritons.
Send a man in motion, fake the handoff. Quarterback keeper, he's running forward.
Yeah, a little design run for the quarterback there.
like it's going to be good for just the 7 yards. Take us to 2nd and 3. Again, clock ticking down. Tritons, like you talked about, trying to control the possession. Looking to the sideline. Clock is going to fall under 2 minutes here in the 3rd quarter. And again, defense jumped the line, and that has just been, unfortunately, a theme here for the Broncos. And so the Tritons will continue to march the ball forward.
Yeah, that's about the 4th or so offsides penalty for the Broncos.
Clock is continuing to tick down. I think under 1:30 here in the 3rd quarter. Try and snap the ball, hand it off down the middle. Is wrapped up by the Broncos, but still able to drive a few yards forward. Looks like it's a gain of about 5 yards in the play. Sitting around 2nd and 5. Clock continues to wind down. Under 45 seconds remaining in the 3rd quarter. Tritons in no rush. Send a man in motion.
It's going to be a reverse again there.
A reversal, they're looking
and a
long.
throw.
And
that's going to be a touchdown there. Yep. On a receiver pass on a reverse pitch there. It's number 15, Jesse Torres, throws it down to number 11, Marcus Minter, for the touchdown there. And that brings the score to 21-7, San Clemente.
He ran that last 10 yards with a Bronco on his back, but able to just muscle through. 20 seconds remaining in the quarter.
Pulling a trick out of their bag, and seems to have paid off there.
So yeah, Broncos felt like they were getting close to it almost straight away. Tritons were able to put another score up on the board.
There's a flag on the play. Oh, it's going to come all the way back because the man in motion caught the ball in front of the quarterback and then threw it forward. So that'll be 2 forward passes there. So that'll be a flag. So that ball will come all the way back, and they'll have the yardage from the penalty enforced as well.
That is a massive relief for the Broncos. Again, we talked about mistakes. That one there costing the Tritons a touchdown. 20 seconds remaining. Score is now back to 7-15. Still in favor of the Tritons.
Yeah, that's a tough one there. It's if the quarterback simply doesn't pitch it and just hands it off, then that's a completely legal play, but he released the ball into the air on a pitch, so counts as a forward pass.
San Clemente's coach talking to the officials. Trying to figure out exactly where they're going to place the ball.
It looks like Coach Kendall is pulling up the previous play on the iPad to show him, which I don't know.
I assume it's just figuring out where they're placing the ball.
Yep. It almost looks like the ref in the middle of the field's ready to walk off the other way. Walk-off yards in favor of San Clemente. Could just be standing that way. We'll see what they do here. Looks like it's going to be good for the Broncos there. Yep, so that'll be a 5-yard penalty against San Clemente, and the touchdown called back, which will bring up 2nd down. Third down. Sorry about that. And back to 10. We're going to go to the air here.
Hooked air
Throws
out.
it.
And that is out of bounds.
And that'll bring up 4th and 9. And they bring on their punt unit. San Clemente does. And going to give the ball back to the Broncos here. Coming up on the end of the 3rd quarter.
Massive last, well, it was a few minutes as the referees decided what they were going to do, but what looked like San Clemente putting the game out of reach now brings it back. Broncos about to receive the ball. Punt is here.
And that's received a little further than the returner expected. Got what he could, though. And the offense will take over for the Broncos.
2 seconds remaining here in the 3rd quarter. And the score is 7-15 to the Broncos. Offense takes field. Will have 1 possession here before the quarter break.
It's a pass there. Cash Bryan on the edge.
And that'll bring us to the 3rd quarter. Score is 7-15 in favor of the Tritons. Game is still very much alive, although it's been a slow pace. It feels like every moment is either one big play away, or this quarter is really going to come down to who can make the least amount of mistakes. So, Brody, as we go into this final quarter here for the Broncos, what needs to happen for them to be able to come out on top?
Honestly, with the way that San Clemente has been chunking time off the clock here. I think this possession, offensive possession for the Broncos is super important, and the Broncos defense needs to continue to be stout, but I would like to see a good amount of passing on this drive. There hasn't been a whole bunch for the Broncos, but we'll see. Got a little stack bunch set down here. That's a handoff.
He's able to
breaks
break
the
through
tackle.
that first line. Was able to run the ball forward. Looks like it is going to be good enough for a first down, and so Broncos able to move the chains forward straight away, get a new set of downs. Ball snap, ball's in the air, out route to Cash Bryant, and that is completed.
Good route and good timing on that ball there. Good placement. That's what I like to see. I'm not biased at all. I am a receiver, but
that looks like it's going to be just about a yard short.
yeah, this is a unique opportunity because they could take a shot here on 2nd and short, or just play it safe, get the first down.
So and able to run through, and so San Clemente for a lot of the night have done a good job clogging up that middle, but again able to run forward about 5-6 yards on the play, good enough for a first down. So Broncos continuing to march forward, starting to quicken up the pace a little bit. And ball snap to Levi Dean, another out route.
Yeah.
Looks to cut back, but is brought back for a loss on the play. You're looking at about a 2nd and 16.
Looked like the safety there, Jackson Rex, made a good read and broke on the ball early. Came up, made the tackle.
Snap. And drops back. He's able to find Cash Bryant in the middle again. He is brought down. And that is some good yardage, but not good enough for the first down. We're sitting at about 3 and 5. Flag on the play.
Looks like that's going to be false start on the offense against the Broncos. Yep. So that ball will come back another 5, and that'll bring up 3rd down and 8.
And we talked about trying to minimize some of those mistakes. Another one for the Broncos here. Look towards the sideline for direction. Now just under 10 minutes to go in the final quarter. Levi drops back. It's the out route. Another flag on the play.
Pass was complete, came up short. There is a flag on the play. And it's holding indicated against the Broncos. We'll see what San Clemente does here if they choose to decline it and make it. Looks like they're going to accept the penalty there. And that'll bring up 3rd and 18 on that 10-yard penalty for the Broncos.
So the Broncos, some good forward movement. We talked about not making mistakes. Back-to-back penalties in the Broncos.
Keep an eye on Cash Bryant down here at the bottom of the play. And they do target him, and that is intercepted by number 7, Dallas Martinez of the Tritons.
So there is 9:29 remaining. Scores 7-15. Still time for the Broncos, but how the Tritons look to take the time off clock. It's going to be important for them to prevent any type of score here that would make it a two-score game. And you would think that with how the Tritons have been playing, that if it is a two-score game, that they are very much in control. A big couple of downs here for the Broncos defense. Fakes the handoff just to run the ball, gets it out of bounds.
About a 7-yard gain there on a design run for the quarterback. That'll bring up second down and about 4 for the Tritons.
Hand off the right, he's able to split the gap, and he is able to just drive and roll forward.
Yeah, Carson Sloan, number 4 for the Giants, has been a bully running the ball tonight.
Definitely the MVP for the Tritons. Clock is continuing to tick down. We're about to fall into 9 minutes. Tritons continue to look towards the sideline. Starting to control that possession. And Broncos defense gonna have to make a stand. And it is another handoff and straight back down the middle. He gets out to the outside, is tripped and brought down. That is going to be good enough for another first down. Run for about 14 yards on the play.
Carson Sloan rushes for about 75 yards per game. I'm pretty sure he's well over that tonight.
And they're just going back to the well. Able to drive it forward, get a couple of yards on the play. About 2nd and 8, 2nd and 9. Clock winding down. Again, Tritons controlling that possession, looking towards the sideline. Coming up on 7.5 minutes remaining. Again, another handoff is wrapped up by the Broncos. Being able to get another couple of yards. Going to be sitting around 3rd and 6.
Yeah, if the Tritons score here again, it's going to be tough for the Broncos this late in the game.
Fakes the handoff, looks long.
And that is a nice pass break up there by number 21, Namira Davidson, sophomore corner for the Broncos.
And big play there. 4th down. See what the Tritons look to do. 6:33 remaining on the clock. An absolutely crucial stop for the Broncos here to get possession back of the ball.
It looks like they're going to come on and try for a field goal, and the Broncos look to have gotten some personnel in there for an attempted field goal block here.
So they blocked 2 extra points on the night. Special teams, one of the strengths of the Broncos. Huge kick here. Ball is snapped, is up.
And that is good for the Tritons there. And that'll push to 18-7, San Clemente.
So it is now a 2-score game with 6:25 to go. The Broncos are needing to try to get downfield as quickly as possible, knowing they have to score twice. Tritons have done a fantastic job all night of managing that clock. And so the Broncos realistically maybe only have a minute or two to put 2 scores up on the floor. Tritons back for the kickoff. Kick is up.
It's going to be a pooch kick to the left to Cash Bryant. See if he can get a return here.
And he's able to break the first line, but is brought down just past the 40-yard line. So Broncos again, 6:18 left on the clock, 2-score game. They're going to need to get into some hurry-up offense, try to put some pressure down. They were moving a little bit quicker before a couple of those penalties, and you can absolutely have no mistakes at this point in the game now. 6:18. Broncos offense and defense need to be perfect to have a chance.
Yeah, that last drive.
And it's out to Tyler Caldwell. Runs forward.
Close to a first down there. And
it's going to be
about a yard short there.
Close, yeah. So we're looking at about 2nd and 1. Clock still ticking, under 6 minutes. Ball is snapped, another out route. Well, that's going to be good enough for the first down. Gets
And
out of bounds. The clock is going to stop at 5:49.
Yeah, this speed that Vista Murrieta is playing with is important because San Clemente has been taking a lot of time on their drives, and looking at their last drive, they're running the ball well. So if they do get the ball back, Broncos want to have as much time on the clock as possible.
Yeah, San Clemente, if we're averaging around 4.5, 5 minutes per drive. Ball is thrown and caught by Tyler Caldwell. That looks like it's going to get us to about 2nd and 4. 5:26 on the clock. Broncos looking towards the sideline. Snap back. Team pops back.
That pass broken up. No flags on the play. Intended for Cash Bryant. Incomplete pass will stop the clock, but it brings up 3rd and 3 for the Broncos.
And look towards the sideline. Ball is snapped.
They go
out route again.
Back to the flats there, and that's going to be a first down. So that'll temporarily stop the clock until they get the chain set. And that clock is running.
We're now under 5 minutes. Broncos look towards the sideline.
They're going to look backside here. Let's see. And that is
up in the air.
Up in there for Cash Bryant. Contested catch there, broken up.
So it is 4:38 remaining.
Might try and look for something coming across the field here. Probably going to pass the ball. And that's thrown short to Zachary Ellman for a gain of about 8 or 9. That'll bring up 3rd and 1 for the Broncos.
3rd and 1, the clock's still ticking.
And they do hand it off.
Quick handoff, but that is just
he's stuffed.
Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Doesn't look like there's any movement there, so that is going to be
4th and 1 for the Broncos here.
4th and 1. Clock is now under 4 minutes. Broncos look towards the sideline. Clock is still ticking. And unless the Broncos score on this drive, that's probably it. Cash Bryant is able to take it, but ball is dropped. Tritons pick it up, and they are running it back to the house. It looks like no one's going to stop him. And that looks like it is a Triton touchdown.
They do indicate touchdown for the Tritons there. Close there between an incomplete pass and a fumble, but
yeah, I think a lot of the Broncos offense assumed that it was going to be incomplete, kind of stopped and gave the Tritons an opening to push it back down. Cash Bryant briefly had possession of the football, unable to really bring it in.
Didn't quite seem like he made a football move, which is the requirement to be a fumble, but
and up, and it is good. So with 3:20 remaining, score is 7-25. The Broncos, they're going to have to try to move quick and make some big plays downfield. Try for an onside if you get an opportunity, but based on how this game has been going and how well the Tritons have controlled possessions, it's definitely not a favorable position for the Broncos.
yeah, it's now a 3-score game with 3:20 left to play.
Kick is up. Broncos return. Ryan get out to the side and hop the first defender, but then he's pushed out of bounds. A little short of the 35-yard line. .311 remaining. Throw back. Quarterback scramble, looks out to the sideline, and there's
Intercepted
another
again.
interception,
Another
and that is
pick
going
six.
back to the house.
So just like that, becomes 4-possession game.
.259. Tritons will now line up again for the extra point attempt. Flag on the play. Kick is up, and it is good. Score is 32-7. Coach Candell still getting to his guys, wanting to finish strong, regardless of the scoreboard. And with the score and the time remaining, there is just no plausible scenario where San Clemente does not win this football game.
Yeah, so San Clemente will move into the semifinals and play the winner of Chaparral-Lusinger.
Kick is up. Broncos receive. Running back has pushed out of bounds close to the 35-yard line. Take the field with 2:52 remaining. So a game that did seem relatively close and relatively slow. It was 7:15 and it felt like it was within grasp, but interceptions, fumble return. It's now just put the ball out of reach. Broncos run the ball here. It's taken down. Clock will continue to tick. So we come into 2:30 remaining in the game. Another handoff, and he is tripped up straight away. That'll bring up 3rd down.
There's a flag on the play. And it is against San Clemente. So that'll move the chains for the Broncos.
First down. Clock is back running. Another handoff. Able to slip through. Going to be just short of a first down.
Yeah, and they might just try and run the clock down here and finish out this game on offense. That's a reverse. Zachary Alleman tries to make the most of what he was given. takes a loss there.
So that clock continues to wind down. We're coming up under 1 minute here, just shortly. So as the Broncos continue to look towards the sideline, what's on the verge of the season ending, put in a great run for the Broncos, playing in the Big West Upper, one of the toughest leagues in Southern California, featuring multiple Division II, Division I playoff teams. An unfortunate injury in the big win against Murder Valley to Oregon commit quarterback Brassen Beaver, strips from that starting quarterback. But still plenty of fight in a game that just a few mistakes in that final quarter leads to a score that maybe doesn't quite reflect how close it was for a large majority of the game. But as you mentioned, San Clemente did a great job of controlling the ball and ultimately didn't make the same decision. So big shout out to the BNN crew here, the audio tech team. Brody's first time up in the booth. Are you impressed with what you've seen up here?
Yeah, I mean, this production is seriously legit. I was always blown away watching it on YouTube with all the tech and how well done it is. So
big shout out to Mike Ruiz and Jason Sipe, who run the program here. Big shout out to everyone in the booth. DJ Jazzy, who's been with us, keeping the BBC section pumped all season long. And for those fans that came out and braved the cold and rainy conditions tonight, we thank you guys for coming out. And again, another great season of Bronco football, and appreciate the effort that these boys and coaches have put in all season. So congrats to Coach Coley Candell and the team on a phenomenal, hard-fought year, great schedule, and wish the boys all the best as they move into the offseason. Brody, thanks for jumping in the booth tonight. Again, Daniel Kylan covering for Jason Wages, and should give him a shout-out for the coverage he provided all season long. Thanks for tuning in, and we will see you guys next season.